Okay, so that's a lot to do. Next, I have a new song I have not heard called HackMatrix times 2. Let's see what it's like while I work out. So that means that, well, okay, so this sort of shortwave thing is messed up because it says music and workout and then 10 push-ups. So there's like 2 tasks. I guess I'll just do like, I don't know, 5 push-ups or something for the first one and then 10 for the second. Someone says hi. I can't exactly see who that is, but Comported Box is amazing, I believe is the person. Okay, so I'm going to turn on music I have not heard. Let's see if it's good while I work out. Okay, so that's gonna count as my workout, the 2-step there. This one's going to be an actual workout though. I guess I could not show it, but no, we're in the tree. We're in the tree right now. We can show this. It's going to look a little weird like this. Okay, so let me set that up like that.
The HackMatrix dotimes and equals 2 shortwave stream. Today I'm doing a workout on HackMatrix through HackMatrix. With the max on HackMatrix telling me what to be right now. Get low to the ground and give me 20 or maybe just 10, but really we just do times 2.
Okay. I guess that music was okay. I'd like to rewatch it at some point. Oops. Okay. So we're going to work on the HackMatrix distro. So I guess the first thing to do is to log into the distro site, or sorry, the distro server. With the new domain name that we added in the last stream. It doesn't know the terminal for some reason. And I'm not in a tmux. Maybe it would know it if I do a tmux and then an SSH. SSH. This is easy now because I know the domain name. kuberlogos.org is this. Very interesting. kuberlogos.org. Oh, because it's trying to log in as Colin, and there is no user Colin. Okay, there we go. Now I think it actually knows its terminal, or it knows its shell or something. I forgot which one it was complaining about. Okay, so we're in the the server for the distro itself, and we're working on the distro, the HackMatrix distro. But what classifies as work still has yet to be expanded. So I could boot the multiplayer server and test it. That actually seems kind of fun as a thing to do. This is possible work. So I could boot the multiplayer and test it. It's actually fairly simple to do to boot it. I'll go ahead and boot it because it's easy. So I just run boot server. So now the server is it's running. I'm not sure if it's I'm not sure if it's got its port. If it doesn't have the port, I can just add it. It might have it already. What security group is it using? I need this, I need security. Okay, so it can function as a server. So that's already booted, so I'll just exit that screen, and then screen R, there's a lot of screens open. But whatever one was created most recently, that one right there is this server that we just booted. But I have to test it if I want to do this work, this particular. Something else I could do is I could upload, like just go ahead and upload the QCOW2 file that exists. The problem is that it's a 40 gigabyte file. It's not exactly a distro. I know that like when it comes to running a marathon, you know, you typically don't shoot for like a sub 3 right out of the first, you know, right out of the gate, the first marathon that you run. So there is, you know, some slowdown expected for the first thing that you ship, and so there is some bloat and, you know, it's not slowdown, but lack of optimization in the distro that I ship. I don't have to get that correct the first time for the first release. But I think 40 is maybe a little too high. Like 10 would be understandable, 6, 5 would be understandable. If I could find like a distro that was like 300 megs and then somehow add like, I don't know, an extra 100 megs or something to it. It's not going to be an extra 100 megs, it's probably going to be a few gigs just for all the assets. Probably more, to be honest. But that's like more within the realm of what I want. I mean, AAA games, I know they ship with like 100 gigabytes or like 50 gigabyte, you know. I'm not trying to ship that, even though it's a distro. So I don't think I'm just gonna yeet the Q cow onto a server and then give you guys the Q cow image. So I think I just need to find a better way to package it. Probably an ISO file. I tried burning the image file to this Micro Center USB stick. I couldn't boot it. So let me just run this. Okay, ran that, and then let's get the car of the possible work, which is boot. Boot. Okay, I just wanted the car of the possible work. Boot the multiplayer server and test. Okay, I'm fine with just doing this, even because we've already done half of it. So let's see. So we already have a booted HackMatrix here. So let's use this again. Let's use this terminal. So we're in the booted HackMatrix. I'm actually going to open up two. Uncle Scrooge. Okay, so I need to look at the I think it's the launch file for the newest. It's not the voxel, it's the web GUI. So it says 7777. I'm not sure if that's correct, but we can test that. So what that would be the multiplayer connection UI. And it says this is the default, and it is. Okay. So I connect to the multiplayer server, which is kuberlogos.org, which is actually an open multiplayer server at the moment. So I click connect and it spins and it doesn't connect me. Failed to connect. Here's what it says. Okay. So I have already tested that multiplayer works. So for some reason, whatever, I think this is just TCP. No, it's not just TCP. That's the main problem, I think. So let's look at the instance. So we're seeing protocol TCP. There's the problem. I don't even think it uses TCP, guys, at all. So let's go to the security groups. And I'm glad I found why it was broken. So we have, which one is it even using? Which is the one that was created most recently? I forgot the name of these. HackMatrix server. I'm just going to assume that's it, but it might not be. Okay, that's not it. Oh, that is, I think. HackMatrix server. Let's make sure we have a security group. Whoops. Do we have it? HackMatrix server. Perfect. Okay, so let's edit the inbound rules and let's add a rule. And this is going to be custom UDP. Same thing. I don't think that TCP is even used, but I'll keep it open. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save that. Okay, so now that port is open. And I believe I can just use it now. So let me just try. Yeah, okay, so we're connected to multiplayer, the multiplayer server. Now, jeez. Okay, so I'm connected to the multiplayer server now, and what I think I'm going to do is go to HackMatrix, and so I have been using history graph voxel. So that is how I retrieve the command to run this as a subcompositor. So I just rebind the TCP of the ZMQ API, which we don't have multiplayer ZMQ. I'm not going to allow people to script each other's clients, maybe. Hey, look at that, look at that. So that's Matrix 2. There's a problem with this one though, which is that I believe it launched with the 7777 port, unless that's not the default. So I'm going to cat out the source multiplayer web GUI.cpp and see up. Maybe I should use Vim instead. Okay, so let's see what the default is. 7776. Perfect. So if I were to rerun the matrix again here, I think I put it to, yeah, okay. Let me redo that. So I called terminate. Okay, cool. Do that again. Let me back up further. Okay. Really in the trees now. Okay, we don't really need to do anything much with that. That just boots. We need to go to the UI, the web UI though. And I need to go to 7776. Okay, so for some reason, unfortunately, whatever has changed. So I thought I had a default 7776. But maybe that environment variable is getting set. Maybe it's not built yet. Maybe I have to rebuild it. That's not what I was expecting. Okay. I'm going to hard code this. So the reason I'm going to hard code it is because I think I had GPT add some environment variable stuff and I think it messed it up. Maybe. Which is not great. So it's preventing me from booting or testing the multiplayer. so the new matrix is built. So this has 7775 is the default, I think. So it's fully booted. So let's go check it out. Okay, 6 should not have one, but 5 should. And it does. Okay, so let's go to kuberlogos.org 1234, and then we'll get connected here. Okay, so now you're probably not going to be able to see it very well from this distance. That's if it even works. Oh, that's promising. Okay, that's promising. There you go. So this is, it's a little slow, but this is round tripping yeah, so that's fully round tripping my server, my AWS server, which I think it's fairly neat. People say it needs interpolation for the movement, and I think that's probably probably true. So there's no authentication, so if anybody wants to log into this and bug me while I'm on stream or whatever, maybe ask me for the assets first. I don't have the assets set up, but maybe I should find some place to host those, because those are really the only things that are changing. Or maybe I should get some type of content distribution system set up or something that just downloads, like there's a window in HackMatrix that just like downloads asset files and such, and then sets you up with your correct HackMatrix build. To me, that sounds like a better way to distribute than just like a website with a click button. Although that doesn't make much sense, mostly because I totally forgot what I was talking about. Some distribute button or something. I was talking about some means of distributing assets or something through HackMatrix. Whoa. Bro, that is really weird. It's like a point of view mirror that like just surrounds this guy's head. This is like an agent, and this is the agent's point of view. What's funny is this is actually hilarious. The agent's point of view now contains a terminal. Oh my gosh, I did not expect me to go through the terminal. Okay. So the problem with HackMatrix now, and I might change it for the fun of this, is that I have no way of exiting the terminal, or by exiting I mean losing focus of it, like this. Like I have no way of doing that for the sub ones, and that's because the subcompositors, they currently use the same window manager key. So there's a keybind that will fix that, but I'm not using it. Okay, anyways, Meditation. Print hello world, says Draconian. Comported box is amazing, says Ubuntu. Nah, you can make a Gentoo shroot for the distro. Oh yeah, well, I wasn't even planning on having them install for the distro, for the first one. If they want to install, they just have to know how to shroot. And just do it themselves. Like you I don't even know if I would be able to do that. I'm struggling with just making an ISO, to be honest. Bruh. Just. Whoa, views have dropped to nothing. Goodbye, everybody. Okay, it's meditation time, so I can do the meditation in this terminal here. So that would just be meditation. Yoink. And so I'm going to sit here and meditate for 5 minutes. think I thought of a hilarious stream, which is sitting here until someone connects to my MMO alpha. And then I make them go through insanely arduous steps of downloading like a full distro or something. Sitting here on stream until someone connects to my MMO would be a good stream title. It's not this stream title. Okay, we are done with the meditation. Computer. So computer is actually where I should have went to chat. I went too early, we should have gone to meditation first. Hello. I have already talked to that chat. Okay. Time to well, I'll play some old music.
The kernel gets an event, sends it to the composer. This is similar to the X case, which is great, since we get to reuse all the input drivers in the kernel. The compositor looks through a scene graph to determine which window should receive the event. The scene graph corresponds to what's on screen, and the compositor understands the transformations that it may have applied to the elements in the scene graph. Thus, the compositor can pick the right window and transform the screen coordinates to the local coordinates by applying the inverse transformations. The types of transformation that can be applied to a window is only restricted to what the compositor can do. As in the X case, when the client receives the event, it updates the UI in response. But in the WLAN case, the rendering happens in the client, and the client just sends a request to the compositor to indicate the region that was updated.
Chick. That was fun. I did 2 in 1. That's kind of cool. Okay, so the last thing we did is got this running through the web server, or actually through the HackMatrix server, which is located at 0. It's here. So what do I want to do to work on HackMatrix next? I have 3 more things left to do. I'm going to punt on this. And then I'm going to select one. And I'm going to do a meditation. Each dot that has a new line after it, specifically indented one like this, it'll happen here. That's the 60th dot, so that's a minute. It'll go to a new line now. So in minute 3, thinking about I'm trying to think about the best way to distribute this. Like, I'm thinking maybe it's a USB. Maybe you just buy a game cartridge from me and I just ship it to you. That's how you have to buy HackMatrix. You buy it via... you pay me $100 and I ship... Be like a GameStop, like back in the day. Gaming YouTuber made a joke about how much hard drive space that games are taking, and HackMatrix would compete with a AAA if it were in the size of the hard drive required, at least right now. Because the image file, I don't think I'm actually using this terminal here. I'll show you. I think LAH is probably, I could also probably use Ranger. Yeah, I think Ranger works the best. I'm in Kubernetes, okay. Okay, so this is the file. So it's 5.83 gigabytes. That's actually not bad. Where did I get 60 from? Where did I think 60? That's insane. Oh, this is why. Because, well, the QCOW is 5. For some reason, the raw file that gets converted from the QCOW is 40. And that may just be that it's like preset to 40, like virtual, and so it expands it in the raw version. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see. Chemu image, I think, is probably. I think this can be used to convert like QCOW to raw image file. I'm not sure. I think that's what Codex gave me to convert it, but I couldn't get that. I couldn't use DD to write that to a USB drive, a USB stick. Setup over here. Okay, so what's next on the list? I think I did a meditation, so yeah, good there. Work on HackMatrix distro again. Okay, so what work should I do on the distro? I thought I already did this. I'm done with this. Okay. So what should I do? What work should I do? So this is just for the distro. So I got multiplayer working, and I was just describing the image, 5 GB image. I don't really want to upload a 5 GB image through my phone, which is where I stream from. Honestly, if it's not a distro, if I could ship it as just like a Steam like app or something, and it just consistently works with whatever Steam build system they have, I think that would probably be the best way to distribute it. And the cool thing about that mode is that I would have a binary, and then people who want to fork and build their own version could use the open source that already exists. And then I could probably have free servers, or a tutorial server, and then I don't know, a Patreon style subscription MMO server that is where all the new content and stuff gets put. So I think did I actually get multiplayer working with this? Okay. So I think the next thing to do is probably to figure out exactly what I need to do to convert this HackMatrix QCow to an image file. That's if we're going the distro route. The distro is the card and play currently. I could stop that play and go to a Steam release. But if I want to try with the distro, then it would probably be this image that I would want to use. Or maybe the Gen 2 image, if I could compress the Gen 2's. I don't want to use Gen 2, my current system, because it has everything that, all of my configuration and passwords and things of that nature. I have to put the distro base. There's only one, but I have to put it. Okay. So it will probably ship with creds if it's a distro. There's something that makes me lean towards it being a distro, which is just the freedom of it. And it's also kind of cool to ship your own distro. Oh, this is Kuber logos. Okay. And then I think it's good to CD HackMatrix. And then launch. So I'm not sure if this has the newest code. It has the newest, some of the newer database stuff, but it doesn't have the new files. Excuse me. It doesn't have the new files for some reason. Also, I can't spin around fully in it because it's an image, and the mouse is sort of broken for now with the image files. I think if you boot it not as a subcompositor, it will work. So yeah, there's the image I would boot from. But I'm I'm not sure if that just booting it and telling you it counts as work on HackMatrix distro for this task that I'm doing. Okay, I actually have an idea. So what if I make a website for the distro? It's a bit tangent because I'm not sure if I'm going to market through a website, but I have kuberlogos.org, which is, I think maybe the HackMatrix kuberlogos is like kuberlogos, maybe the name of the distro or name of the distro version, or I'm not sure. This is just tearing up my couch back here. Oops. Oops. Let's see. Okay, so this is the kuberlogos server. So right now it doesn't have a web server, but I could probably change that. Does it have codecs installed? It does not. Snap install codecs. Whoa, that was weird. I want codecs installed on my server. How do I spin up a static HTTP server for port 80 with, I think, let's see what this has. Does it have, it has no Python yet. Node, no node yet. Shell. It's going to, so if I ask it for shell, it's going to give me some third-party binary that I would have to install. Perl, does it have Perl? It does, it has Perl. I don't know the Perl system for managing dependencies, so if it requires me to, like, Perl probably is like a minimal install and doesn't have an HTTP server set up with it, probably. Does Perl have a static HTTP server in its standard library? You gave me a Python script, yo. Whoa. I didn't mean it. Okay, so I was using the scroll wheel, which you can't really do. What? Okay, Python 3, HTTP server. Let's just install Python 3. Sudo apt install Python 3, I think. It's already installed. Lol. Okay. Okay. Forgot how to go back into exit mode. I get out of this mode. Yeah, I'm out. Okay. Python 3 MCP server need to serve HTML file port 80. Port 8. Yeah, just do port 8 and I'll translate it. HTTP the server. It doesn't tell me how to serve that specific file. Okay, that's fine. Make dear HTTP cd HTTP and then index.html h1 Uber logos Alex HackMatrix Uber logos. I don't know what that is. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I want to open up a screen and then Python 3 and server 80. This probably needs a sudo. Would be my understanding. Sudo. Okay. Okay. Let's check it out. Let's see. So do I have to manually type index.html or is it not serving? kuberlogos.org. Oh, same problem. Hello, security group. You are now allowed to respond to port 80 from the public. Enjoy operating as a web server. Yo, okay. Okay, that works. Computer. So this is just general. I'm on HackMatrix stuff. Just what am I doing now? Oh, let's do some art. Like, okay, maybe art doesn't count exactly as computer. It's just sitting at a computer, which you can't tell that I am. But so let's look at chat. See what chat has to say. Okay, chat is done. That took almost exactly as long as I expected it to take. 1 hour and 3 minutes. Oops. For the website, I have to detach the screen and exit. And for this, I believe that's just. Yeah, it's just me here, so exit, tear down, I'm not gonna tear that down. I'll probably use that. Okay, adios.